really.
All right. So that gets me to the question then, AI and machine learning. So like you see, there is a lot of like recruitment process that is being over this target of AI that we try. If we am saying technology people trying to make everything more automatic and using like if the popularity of ChatGPT, a lot of I've been seeing a lot of solutions over recruitment and different approaches on ways to make the process more automatic. So what are your guys' perspective over this AI machine learning technologies? And you feel like this is gonna make your job, it is gonna be taking over your job, or is gonna be helping you on your job? What are you guys' perspectives on it?
I think it should, and it should really help a lot of people. I mean, I think the whole Chat GPT thing is interesting because when you start off, let's say you're a new recruiter and you're starting off, you might not have any technology experience, put it that way. You might see a job spec that's come from a client, and if you've just started a week, you might not have any clue how to go about it. I think this is where the likes of ChatGPT can really help, because you can use that to maybe give you an understanding. Because I know it's actually crazy. Like there's a guy in our team, and he loves using this, and it's actually mad how it can actually break down things in simplistic forms for you. Like, so I think what I've seen is new people starting out in recruitment in a new market. It's a really good way to maybe use it to learn about the market a bit more. If there's a technology, Kubernetes, for example, when I started off in tech, I was like, what is this word that I keep seeing? And why does everyone want to have it? Like, so if I had Chat GPT back then, I could have just put it in. But look,
Yeah,
we can still use Google, and that still helps,
it's
So
true.
it's I think it's kind of leverage us. Yeah, we just hope it doesn't go too far, that they can interact with people and replace what we can do.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably haven't seen it as much. Me and Ryan were talking about this. It's still a real buzzword and a hot topic at the moment, but like even the demand for like AI engineers, machine learning engineers, I don't think it has fully hit Ireland yet. So people are talking about it and seeing like, oh, well, we'll change our future forever. But I haven't necessarily seen it being implemented or being taken on yet. So I'm just hoping it will like definitely aid maybe search. You might be able to come across candidates that you might necessarily be able to come across on a normal like Boolean string or but like going back to Ryan's initial point, it doesn't have the people side to it yet. We don't know. It probably will over time, but that is definitely what sets us apart. Yeah, hopefully it will help us and it will help candidates maybe write a CV. I know it can write a CV for you. It can help hiring managers writing a job spec. It can really like speed things up. But I think at the end of the day, like we will still need to jump on the phone or meet someone for coffee to be able to qualify someone appropriately for the role, see what their motivations are. I don't know what they're hoping to get into. Yeah, you can put this down in a CV, but once you kind of get into the conversation, sometimes people might necessarily know what they want from their next role, and we're here to aid them, like asking different questions, help them think in a different way. And I guess people don't really think about moving job until they get the offer, and then they're like, oh god, I haven't really thought about that. So we're here to kind of help them throughout that, being like, okay, if you had the offer now, like what are like absolute deal breakers, what like is work life balance really important to you? I know since COVID, a lot of people love to be able to still drop and collect their kids from school. Like those little things that people don't think about until maybe it could be taken away from them. So knowing that information and you only kind of get that from the face-to-face or the phone calls, the video calls, or whatever it might be, because people might necessarily have thought about it, those little things that make, I guess, work enjoyable and why we want to work somewhere. So
I think humans are creatures of habit as well. So I think AI is going to have a big impact on a lot of people's lives and jobs in I'm sure in a good way. But I think it'll have a barrier to break down because people are used to their processes. They're maybe old school in how they approach, let's say, recruitment. You know, there's a lot of really good recruiters that have their process, and if let's say, you know, more technology comes in that can help them, who's to say they'll actually make use of it, because their process that they're using now has worked for them their whole career. So it'll be very interesting to see the impact it has. I don't think it's had much so far, but I know you're kind of big into it, Lucas, and I'm very intrigued to hear how it maybe it can help and leverage recruitment. And I think I'm by no means like closed off to it. And I'm always interested to hear what's on the market, what are people kind of thinking, what way it will go, you know.
Yeah, I believe the AI will at least enhance the way that you guys work, and I don't believe it's gonna kill any jobs just yet. And because I have this discussion before in another podcast, but it was in Portuguese, and I think you guys couldn't like listen because you probably wouldn't understand. But one of the things that I say is like our work is always changing, because like my job today, for example, I have this side project that I took, like it's just myself and another person to put everything online, up and running, and accessible to all over the world. And it took just 2 people. And back when I started working with tech, would require 10 people. So it's reduced and make it more automatic, and it doesn't mean that these 10 people that was required before, these other 8, they are out of job. They're performing all the tasks in different parts of the company. So for me, it will make some tedious job a little bit better and automatic, and gonna help you like to focus on on the core of your business. You know, like core is to build relationship, to find the candidates, and then you can let like the AI get you the candidates, and you can build a relationship from that, for example. That's my perspective and my hot take. Yeah, but I believe that that's the way that actually AI is going to be introduced to us. And some point in time, people think when the new technology come over, people think, oh, it's all over now, and you might going to be out of job tomorrow. But the process of adoption is not like that. And even though this ChatGPT was highly adopted, and you can see that's not perfect, and actually it's not like an expert in everything. It give you a good answer, give you a good head start, but doesn't give you like a full picture of what you need to do.
Yeah.
So
I think the assistance it could provide is definitely interesting, and like you said, it'll be interesting to see how it can progress. But I do think like from what I've seen, it's definitely not a negative thing in our space for sure. I think anything that helps us work more efficiently will always be kind of, you know, welcome in Morgan McKinney for sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.